Assalamu alaikum, bro. How do you like this new setup? Well, not setup. It's not. We just moved the table horizontally. How do you like the horizontal?
I like it.
The horizontal life.
The horizontal life is horizontaling at the moment.
Yeah.
I do like it. I guess I won't know until
You see the pod.
I see the end result.
That should be like tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah.
We move fast.
Yeah. But I'm also not sure like where, like, should I be here or should I be there? Should I just like look down? Should I look the people dead in the eyes?
No, you could look at me. Yeah, you need to watch a few. You need to watch some pods, bro.
To be fair, no, all the early FG ones are like this, isn't it?
Yeah. We had like armchairs.
Yeah.
Oh no, the early. Oh yeah, back.
I'm talking about OG FG.
You're right. How dare I?
Yeah. Was it? Hold on. Let me try to remember this. Was it a black desk?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like this. So we've gone back to this because, first of all, I think the set looks so much beautiful like this. When I just ran an episode by myself, and the set looks so much better. But also, like, two people facing each other, you're just getting a side shot. When we had the two cameras, then it was okay. But then, like, you're constantly switching. So for one camera setup where there's like, it's a lot easier. This is probably the best setup. Let's see. And let's see.
Let's see.
I also want to say that there's a reason I'm wearing this shirt today, t-shirt today, because it reminded me. I was in some furniture shopping the other day, right?
Okay.
I was wearing this t-shirt, and the t-shirt, for context, for those of you listening who aren't watching on YouTube, it says Champions Bears, and then I believe it's NFL t-shirt, and it's the Chicago Bears. Okay. This is all based off of like just. Indirect knowledge. I've not looked this up, and I know nothing. And I'm going to get clipped, bro. Do you know?
How does this link to furniture shopping?
Can I just say? Have you seen those clips where there's a clip that's gone viral in the UK? It's gone viral in the UK, and it's of the fighter and the kid, but people don't know it's the fighter and the kid because people and it's like. This is how Americans look at these two Americans talking about football, and it's like Brian Callen and. I always forget their names. Brendan Shaw. Yeah. And they're talking, and they're like, yeah, there's this guy, and his name is Mbappe. And this guy who's like, name soccer player. He's like, they were like trying to name football players.
Yeah,
and it looks really like bad. And that's like what I'm doing. I'm like, I think this is NFL, the Chicago Bears. But anyway, so I don't know anything about NFL, obviously, not from the US. I'm not from the US of A.
I'm pretty sure it's Chicago Bulls, but I could be wrong.
No, that is really bad because that's basketball. That's basketball. You're going to get clipped.
That's getting clipped now.
We're completely getting memed. We're going to be laughing. So we're going to get tens of millions of views on TikTok, and we're going to be laughed at. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure it's Chicago Bears.
NFL is the one with the bats. We get it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, bro, the funny, it's not even that funny because it's going to be anticlimactic now. But I was in the furniture shop shopping. I was sitting there thinking about dining table chairs as one does. I've got to show you my new dining table chairs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you downstairs.
Okay.
Anyway, guy walks past me, random guy. Which, by the way, one of the lovely things about Dubai is that people like talk to each other. Strangers talk to each other all the time. And this guy's like walking past me. He looks at my shirt and he goes, "That is the best shirt you've ever." He's like, "That is the best shirt ever, man." Like Bears, and I was like, "Yeah." I had no idea because I bought this from like Boohoo or something.
Oh man, you should have said something like, "Oh man, did you see that dunk the other day?" Just walked out.
It's like this guy's favorite sports team. I'm like disrespecting him by wearing it.
To be fair, when I see people wearing like an Arsenal shirt in public, I kind of get the urge to do it.
Yeah.
But then the London in me just said, "No, don't talk to people."
Yeah, but you do want to be like, is he? Because you do feel like that. Well, like when you see someone wearing a football shirt and they're like, and you don't know if they actually know of football or the club, you kind of want to just be like, "Oh, go on then." Also, go on, name me 3 players. So that's probably how that guy felt about me.
Yeah, I guess so. But you could do something like, you could say something to him that doesn't require him to have any knowledge, which is like, "Hey, football."
Oh, light's gone off already.
Okay, there you go.
Let me go fix that.
Yeah. But yeah, I always feel that urge, but I'm yet to actually do it. Yeah. Are we pausing this or are we doing this?
Just carry on, bro.
Fine. Oh, this is OGFG. Okay, my bad. What a stupid question from me.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, there we go. Wow, that's more bright than usual. Okay.
It's more bright than usual because this is also the first ever time. It's more bright than usual. We're going back to OGFG. Bro, back in OGFG, bro, we used to record like this, and we used to record in a G7X. We had one camera, it was my vlogging camera, and it would stop every 15 minutes. And it didn't have continuous recording. And so every 15 minutes, I would get up and go press record again, and Sam would just carry on talking. Yeah. And then for a few seconds in every episode, it was like a just blackness.
In fact, there was a few episodes where it wasn't a few seconds. You just like, it was the end, and like maybe you just forgot, and like the last 20 minutes was just black, and it was like you had the message was like sorry about the video, and it was just audio.
Yeah, because we forgot that it stopped recording. That happens so regularly. Yeah. Man,
Alhamdulillah. Those are good times. Yeah. I only found out about FG when you were like episode 51 or something like that. No, like 29, something like that.
That's early. Yeah,
so early. But then when I listened to 29, I was like, I really want to listen to like more. So I just went back to 1 and just started from 1.
Oh, so you've listened to every episode? Most
Yeah, I mean, I would say from like 150 onwards, I wouldn't say every episode from that point because like life got busy.
Get out.
Yeah, just like lights go off again.
Yeah, exactly.
But before that, I think like every episode, man.
Sick.
Yeah.
You've listened to me. So that happened in Pet Shop. That was quite a funny ordeal that I went through. But yeah, we ended up getting dining table chairs.
Now, where from?
Interesting story. Guess.
Home Centre?
No, Dragon Mart.
Oh, okay.
Bro, they're really good.
Really?
So there's a shop in Dubai called Dragon Mart, which is like, how would you describe Dragon Mart?
Put some respect on their name.
Yeah,
it's not a shop.
Can you explain it?
It's basically
the concept. It's a concept.
Yeah, it's a concept. Yeah.
It's not a shop. This is this is bigger. This is art. Yeah. This is not a picture. This is art.
It's a metaphor for It's basically a mall. It's basically a mall, really. In fact, it's 2 malls, although only one of them is really worth visiting, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just basically tons of like.
But it's bigger than a mall. It's a
malls aspire to be this.
Yeah. It's essentially a humongous. Think about a mega warehouse, right? A mega pint. Think about a mega warehouse.
A giga mall.
Yeah. With loads of big warehouses inside it.
So basically, think of a mall. The luxury, the marble arches.
Take all that out.
Get that out of my face in Dragon Mart. Yeah. None of that. You're gonna have somebody doing delivery.
Grab it if you just grab it.
No, that's fine. And they'll call back in 10 seconds. There's no luxury. There's no anything like that. There's a few like little ice cream like booths, things like this. But really and truly, it's like they're selling electronics. They're selling furniture on the cheap. They're selling outdoor like big umbrellas. They're selling tiles. They're selling flooring. They're selling
furniture.
They're selling toilets. There's anything you need to. You can basically go there to build your house.
Yeah.
If you want to build a house, you can get everything from the bricks, the flooring, the roof, the furniture inside it. Everything.
And it's really well priced. Like if you're in Dubai and you're like, I need like this very specific like copper pan.
Yeah.
Like where would I get it? Dragon Mart.
Yeah.
They'd have it. So
exactly.
Yeah, you can get pretty much everything, and it's sectioned into like sections of.
Like lighting section.
Yeah, exactly.
That section is very, very good, and
it's really good.
Surprisingly, it's been a hit with like my like mother-in-law when she comes. Or, like,
and
like because sometimes you want to see like obviously you want to see like the glamorous malls, but sometimes you want to go somewhere else like just the locals here, and they're like. You want to see people just trying to bargain for a lamp.
Yeah.
That's Dragon Mart.
My in-laws like Dragon Mart.
Yeah.
I've taken like most people that have visited me to Dragon Mart. Like Dragon Mart and
Dubai Mall,
Dragon Mart and if it's post-October, grab that, man.
Yeah, I have to, unfortunately.
Okay, so Dragon Mart and if it's post-October, then obviously Global Village.
Yeah.
I think like Global Village, I think everyone in October is just like waiting for Global Village and then you just go
and I am, to my shame, among those people who are just like kind of waiting for it.
No, I am too.
Yeah, the food is just too good there.
Well, it's ever since you told me that you can get good price clothes like thobes and stuff.
Yes, you can. I don't know about so thobes. I'll get like the pajama thobes, the ones that wear.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I need. Yeah.
I've got a few of them.
So I both of my like pajama thobes, quote unquote, like the half sleeve thobes, have ripped because.
Same to be fair.
You know why?
They do rip
because both of them rip for the exact same reason.
Why?
Because when I'm in.
Deadlifts in your thobes.
Because when I run up the stairs. Sometimes when I run up the stairs, I was like, I've got an idea or something, so I like quickly like pivot and run.
Yeah.
And when I do those, both times, both my thobes have been caught and just ripped on the banister.
Oh no.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of times where I've caught my thobe on a door handle. And that's when you know you're having a horrible day.
What kind of door handles are you opening? This sounds like a hook door handle. Like
yeah, mate. It doesn't take much, man. It's one of those days, just hooks on something, just like it's like. But they always rip. They're like what, £10?
Yeah. So the pajama thobes. Yeah. So that's why I need to go because I've ripped. I had 2 of those half sleeve thobes and they've ripped. So I need to go to the Egypt section of Global Village and buy them. But anyway, back on track. So I went to Dragon Mart and I bought them from Dragon Mart. And bro, they look really nice. I'm going to show you them. And in fact, if I have the effort and energy, I'll even put them on the podcast while we're talking about it, but I'm going to forget because I edit it so fast.
These must be fantastic dining chairs.
No, they're really nice. Guess how much they cost?
Oh, so it's Dragon Mart, so it could be low here, but I'm going to be a good team player.
Yeah.
So, but how many did you buy?
4.
Okay. So let me say you paid like 1,000 dirhams for them.
In total?
In total, yeah.
Okay.
Which would be £200.
Yeah, I paid half that.
That's great.
I think.
That's great.
I paid about £29 per chair, and I got 4 chairs, 369 but
that's cheaper than IKEA. So if it's like, that's
bro, and they're way better quality than IKEA.
Yeah.
But these are like legit, really nice. Like they're like luxury felt chairs.
Dragon Mart, bro.
Yeah, it's really good. So I negotiated down because obviously your boy Red never split the difference before going into Dragon Mart.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, it was really good. So I got myself a dining chair. That's the end of that story.
Okay. I'll see your dining chair story.
Yep.
And I'll raise you my recent tech acquisition story.
Yeah, tell me about it. So you said you bought some tech.
I bought some tech.
Is this the first time you bought tech?
No, obviously not. Like, I mean, laptops and things like that, obviously. But
I thought you bought a business.
No, bro.
I thought you bought a business, bro.
No.
I thought you bought when you said you bought tech, I thought you bought a SaaS business.
No. Although that's something I'd like to do, like a little mini one. But
because I know that you've been wanting to do it for a while and you've been on the look for one. So I thought, he's bought one.
No. I mean, like I've actually bought a piece of equipment.
I'm substantially less interested in this story. We're gone. You bought some hardware.
Yeah, I bought some hardware. Yeah. I thought we
You bought a USB stick.
I mean, we're surrounded by hardware right now of all sorts.
Okay, go ahead. I'm intrigued.
So basically, I'm doing up my sort of home office area.
Yes.
Right. I was thinking, should I put a TV in here? I wanted to have something in there to like have my PS5 in there. Right?
Okay.
I think if I put a TV, I've got like rewire things. I've got a wire going all over the wall. And also when people come to visit, I've got no access to that TV anymore.
Sure.
So I thought, let me get a projector.
Oh, I saw that on your Instagram story.
Oh yeah, that's it. So that was it.
Sick.
So I've got to get myself a little projector.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how is it?
Alhamdulillah,
that's a very good idea. And you got white walls, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
I might still buy a screen.
No, that's a really good idea. Don't buy a screen, bro.
The thing is though, the section of my wall that I can use is kind of small. And I want to like get the full experience out of it.
But you can obviously just bring it in and out and shape it up, right?
So one thing I'm thinking is like, if there's like we could have like the boys round one night and like even project into the garden, like if there's a football match or something like that. And like in the winter that will work. So it's versatile.
I'm just thinking because I had a projector. I'm just thinking, did I bring it with me to the UK? But I don't think I did. So how much did it cost you?
I'm not looking to divulge that.
Fine, but I got a projector in the UK and it was cheap.
Really? Yeah.
You must have got like a 4K one or something.
I did, yeah.
Mine was 1080 HD, but it wasn't great quality.
Is my 4K? I think it's definitely 1080. I'm not sure if it's 4K actually, but it's good quality. The quality is pretty good, and I only want to use it for like playing FIFA every now and again, and like maybe a bit of YouTube here and there.
Yeah. If you look at the freshly grounded advert for our tour, we used our projector in that.
Okay, I'll show it to you when you come around, inshallah.
Yeah, you can get really good. Like projector is one of those things that you can go low and you can get high. It's like a coffee machine.
This is the
thing.
You
get cheap coffee machine.
Yeah. So what I didn't want to do,
£20,000 coffee machine.
Yeah. What I didn't want to do is like buy a bad projector and just try to save money and just be like, it's not good, but it's cheap. And it's just like it wouldn't satisfy me. So I went for like a sort of mid-range one. It was like I didn't go crazy on it, but like it's fairly like substantial. But not
it projects.
Yeah, project stuff.
Yeah, I guess what's the difference in like the expensive stuff? I suppose it's like
there was some for like over £2,000.
Yeah, and I wonder what the advantages of those. Maybe like there's like a nicer remote. It like can.
No, so I mean the quality is good.
Oh, so the quality does.
The quality does change for sure, 100%. And it's like the size of the screen. If you want like 120-inch screen,
makes sense. Yeah,
that kind of thing. Battery life, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I went like mid-range. I didn't go that far.
Okay.
But I went mid-range.
Fine.
But yeah.
Nice. Is it one that's like backlit or front lit? I think that's a question that you can ask regarding projectors.
I ain't got a clue. It's laser lit.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a laser.
You got that new laser lit projector.
The laser lit 3000 actually.
Oh, yeah. I've read about those laser lit ones.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, I don't know anything. The reason this is kind of crazy for me is because I didn't really, again, as you know, with the coffee machine, I spent months. Should I buy it? Should I not? Is it a fad? And it's not as expensive as that, but I did not spend long at all researching, and I just said, yeah, let me just do it, and and I don't really do impulse buys, let alone ones like that.
But was this an impulse buy? Sounds like it was.
For me, it was because I only spent like less than a week thinking about it, and like maybe like 2 days researching it, like which one to buy.
That's an impulse buy.
That's an impulse buy. Yeah.
Oh, that's an IB.
I'm out of control.
Yeah, you got IB.
Yeah, but yeah, it seems to be working out so far.
Alhamdulillah. I am in the complete opposite sense to you. I am an impulse buyer. I always buy based on impulse. Hey, if I've got a gut feeling about something, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But it's bad, bro. And actually, recently, there were 2 things that I was going to purchase. One was I was essentially going to redo this entire set.
This?
Yeah.
Really?
And I was like, oh no, it's just like, I want to get handheld mics, I want to remove the table, and I want to get armchairs. And I was going to spend like a ton of money doing that. And I was like, why am I going to do that when I have great quality mics? I've got the table here now.
I've got a projector I could borrow.
Exactly. So it would. I'm really glad I didn't do it. And then the other thing, I would like to eventually, but the push isn't worth the shove. Is that what they say? No, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Right now. Yeah. But eventually, professional ground isn't even monetizing. So why am I like re-upping we've got great quality products, equipment. And then the other thing I was going to purchase recently was, I want to say, it could have been the coffee machine or like maybe some more gym equipment or something. But basically, like I'm glad I didn't do any of that stuff. This is like those things that you think, but then I like centered myself by re-listening to a bunch of Dave Ramsey episodes.
It's very rare that you regret not buying something because that thing's always there to be bought. That's true. It's always there to be bought. Like, it's not going anywhere. Yeah. If anything, the price is going to come down soon. So you're not going to sit there late at night thinking, I really should have bought that thing today. Yeah. So, bro, it's going to be there in the morning, same price, maybe even lower.
Do you know what? That's interesting you say that because talking about regrets, I had a scenario yesterday where I had 2 options. I could stay at home. I had a bit of a slower week working this week. And so I had a few things to catch up on. But it's a Saturday, so nothing essential, not like, nothing's going to break. Or it was a Friday night. Nothing's going to break if I'm not there for a few hours or whatever, right? If I just don't work on Friday night. Yeah. But the other advantage, so that was my scenario. And then the options I had were go out with the boys to eat or stay at home, get a bit of work done, go to bed early. And I was like really like thinking to myself, do you know what? I rarely go out with the boys. I'm always working. I think I'm going to go out. And if I have a good time, it will be worth it because you need that. Yeah. And then, so I didn't do it.
You didn't go.
Yeah, I didn't go. Yeah. So because here's why I ended up making the decision not to go. And I've never made a decision in this manner before. Okay. So it's a new phenomenon. All right. I might coin it as a theory. It's called the larger regret theory. Yeah. The LRT. Now, here's how I did it. I thought if I go to the boys' night and end up having a bad night, right?
The chips are horrible tonight. Yeah.
No, like for so many reasons. Yeah. If I not have a bad night, but I end up regretting basically going. Yeah. Like I wasn't really worth it in the sense that I could have got work done or could have gone with it. So if I end up, like a bad night for me would be, I end up being out to like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Now I'm going to be up late the next morning. I'm going to get lack of sleep and like so on and so forth. All these different things. I was like, if the worst case scenario, I don't have a great night and I regret it. Or if I end up staying at home and I don't get that, I'm not that productive and I regret that. Like I regret not going to the boys' night. Which regret would be greater? I thought the regret of having a bad night out when I knew I should have done work would be a larger regret than if I actually did stay at home to just work and I'm like, I missed out on a decent time with the boys, but that's okay. So the larger regret would be if I went out, and so I based it. That's how I measured it.
Yeah,
the larger regret theory.
Yeah, I like it. I think I've done similar things, not necessarily with regret being the decisive factor, but other maybe what's the worst case scenario if I do that? And what's the worst case? Yeah, I do this often. What's the worst thing that can happen if I do that? Obviously, Allah knows best, but like from my knowledge, and then what's the worst case scenario if I do this? Like is the floor lower with that, and is the ceiling higher? So I do the risk and reward ratio with both of them.
That's good. Opportunity cost.
Yeah, that's it. Risk. Yeah. So I'll do that, but yeah, the regret thing is also a good way to look at it. Actually. Yeah. And
now come to think of it, even what I'm saying is opportunity cost. But we're just regurgitating century-old economic terms.
No, you coined that.
To coin new
you coined that
terms.
right there. Dragon Mart are going to be ringing you tomorrow with that concept.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
We've never thought about that
Dragon
before.
Mart 3 will be all about that concept.
Yeah.
I saw your Instagram post last week about teaching Zacharia Arabic.
Yeah.
And I wanted to touch on this.
Okay.
Because I've noticed a huge difference. And for context, Zacharia's in the year below my daughter in the same nursery, right? And my daughter just started this new year, like in September, so about a month and a half now. There's been a big step up, Allahumma barik, in what they're teaching her compared to last year.
Yes.
So I don't know, maybe you're seeing it as well from your end.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
But last year when she was in FS1, which was Zacharia was in, now she's in FS2.
What does FS stand for?
I don't know.
You're a bad father. Carry on.
yeah. This kid's father sucks. Last year I was kind of like, I don't really see much like them teaching Arabic, and she's like, there were a couple of songs here and there, and I was like, what's like the issue with that? And I was like, look, she's young, it's probably like a step-by-step thing. This year, Allahumma barik, she's pretty much now learnt Surah Fatiha. We're talking about like a month and a half in now.
Amazing. And you haven't taught her yet?
Obviously, I've been helping her as well.
Fine.
But I mean, like, she come home and starts reciting it to me.
That's amazing.
She comes home now, reciting that to me. She's memorized at least one, like, for a 4-year-old, lengthy dua.
Amazing.
Yeah. And what else? And she's now learning the names of Allah.
Wow.
Yeah. And she's learning, and on top of that, she's learning, actually, she's coming home with homework, which is like learning Arabic. So she now knows how to write, what she's done, Alif, and Ta, I think they've done, Alif, Bata, obviously, but a few others, like, they have been in order, just like random ones.
Nice.
Like Kaf and things like this. And what else has she done? And she's learning vocabulary. So she came up to me yesterday, she was like, Papa, what does Na'am mean?
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? Because like, she's learning like, these little words. So, yeah, I kind of wanted to give you good news. That inshallah,
that's amazing news, bro.
Yeah, inshallah, next year you'll see like a jump of like they're teaching. I could just tell just from like this last month, her coming back and talking to me, like the Arabic teacher there is like much more involved than she was last year. I just tell.
Amazing.
So alhamdulillah, and yeah, I just wanted to like tell you that good news, but also just like reiterate like how important it is like to. How should I phrase this? Is this another reason to consider Hijra if you haven't considered it? You know?
Yeah, just like the element of the focus being put on things like the Arabic language, Quran and stuff. Like life is a game of inches. It's one of my favorite sayings. Because it really is. It's the little decisions that you make in life that can end up having big effects. And there's different areas of life where those inches show. And so some of those examples are like when you literally have a perfect example is when everybody has a great business idea, and the difference is just that person who on that one day something went on in their mind where they said, I'm actually going to do this, and they bought the domain or they signed up for, they created a Squarespace website, and that was just an inch. Like that was just one night where they could have slept, they could have gone out, they could have eaten, ordered takeaway instead or whatever, but they decided, I'm going to set one up, I'm going to buy the domain, I'm actually going to set, and then they ended up being a business. And so many other people would have had that idea. That's an inch. Life is a game of inches. It's just constantly like, it's just the small fractional things that make a difference, and that's a small fractional thing, really. But it makes the biggest difference, and because it's just slightly just the fact that in an environment where Islam is the norm. Yeah, it's like similarly to you, bro. Zacharia has just started saying sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he says it perfectly, Lombard. And it's like, I didn't teach him that, so that makes a difference. Of course, makes a big difference, huge difference.
I mean, knowledge-wise, yes, and just culturally, like in the UK or in the West, like to get that, you've got to send them like somewhere extracurricular. It's like they're at school, you're home from school now we're sending you somewhere else, and it's like it feels very much like disjointed. And I know this because. When I was younger, I was sent to like a Turkish school, which is very different to this we're talking about. But even then, with that, I felt a very clear chasm between my English life and my Turkish life on a Friday. On a Friday night, when I go to Turkish school, that was like a sort of, I almost had like an alter ego. Right. It wasn't Kaya going there. No. It was Kaya. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Different, almost like a different life. Yeah, of course. That's how a kid's sort of life feels, I guess. That's how mine felt. And so it's. Whereas if that's woven into their just everyday life, then their quote unquote normal school, it's very true, where they're spending their whole day there. Yeah, that builds their culture, that builds their life like that. Yeah, so it's very, very important, man. But
school also kind of what you're saying is that it supplements what you're doing at home.
Yes.
Whereas let's say, for example, if you were teaching them Quran and Arabic at home, but they weren't getting that from anywhere else other than home, they wouldn't be as doing like the spaced repetition and stuff like that. And I noticed that when I decided the other day that Zacharia was ready for me to introduce a new surah to him, right? And so I was introducing to him Surah Kawthar. But I've never read to him Surah Kawthar before, yeah. And of course he could have heard it because like we listened to Quran and stuff, but definitely not like to the extent where he would know it. And so this is my first time introducing it to him. So we did the basmala, I did the basmala, he did the basmala, and then I said, for the first time, bro, I said to him, I said, I read Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar, yeah, and he goes, Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar. I was like, every other surah I've introduced him to, he is like, I say, like, alhamdu, he's like, alhamdu, I'm like, lillahi, he's like, lillahi. But he got the first, I was like, definitely they taught him that in school already, 100%. Because the fact that I was trying to teach him and he learned it so fast, it showed that they're supplementing.
Yeah. 100%.
So that was really good. Yeah.
100%. Alhamdulillah.
But it doesn't take away what you have to do at home, but like it does like have that supplementation.
Yeah. And if anything, it gives you more like zeal to do it as well.
Yeah,
because like, you know what? I don't want to lose the rewards of this.
So,
you know what I mean? Because we all...
There's someone fighting. There's someone trying to get the rewards over me.
Bro, it's legit. I mean, honestly, it's real. Because in the UK, it's like, well, obviously, I'm going to teach my kids sort of facts and so on and so forth. But it's like, but here it's like, well, no, you better hurry up because actually someone else might teach them first.
But better than that is the fact that they will supplement. So like they're getting that spaced repetition.
Of course.
I was with Zachary the other day in the car, and this really funny thing happened. So we were driving, and did I tell you the story about the U-turn?
No, I don't think so.
All right. So you know, there's like roads near my area. There's roads in my area where like it's like 3 lanes are all going in the same direction. Yeah. And then there's like a big, you know, middle path with trees and stuff, and then those 3.
As opposed to everywhere else in Dubai, which is not like that's like every Dubai road in West.
Yeah. But so there's 3 lanes. Everyone's going in the same direction. They all point in the same direction. But I'm driving. I turn in and I'm driving that direction. And there's a lady in the middle of the road, bro. She does a U-turn.
Oh no!
And she starts driving the other way. Yeah, I think she didn't know.
Oh my days!
Yeah, it was really dangerous. Luckily, the road was empty, clear, and it was in the community, so like it's not a busy road.
Okay. I thought it was on like the.
No, not outside. Yeah. So she does a U-turn and she starts driving, and like I'm like,
she's from the UK probably, isn't it?
Bro, so I'm not angrily. I'm from what do you mean she's from the UK? As in people from this area from the UK, you mean?
No. What I mean, it sounds like.
Oh, because in the UK you don't have that many lanes that all go in the same direction. Yeah.
Sometimes you can just do a quick U-turn on
that's
the
true.
same thing.
That's true. That's true. Oh yeah, that's very true.
I've done that many times.
Of course. Especially in like in residential areas.
Exactly.
That's very normal.
Yeah,
you're right. Okay, yeah. So anyway, the funny thing is that so I was like beeping her and trying to get her attention, not from an angry. It might have come across angry, but I was trying to protect her.
Yeah.
I was like you could get hurt here. Like this is not. That's the wrong way, and I didn't want another car to come and hit her and stuff. So I started beeping her, but she's not getting what I'm trying to say. And so she's like looking at me as she's driving past me the wrong way. And so I'm like urgently trying to pull the windows down, and so I have this panel on my left hand side, and this sounds very bougie, bro, but I don't know which button turns what window.
Which is diamond across a button.
Yeah, exactly. But the reason is because in Dubai I've never put my windows down because you don't put your windows down. It's so hot, bro. Like, why would you put windows down here? Like, you have the AC. You put windows down, it brings heat into the car.
In the morning, you put windows down in the morning. It's beautiful.
No.
Oh, you got to do that tomorrow morning, mate.
I mean, I wasn't planning to drive tomorrow morning.
Put it on your to-do list.
Yeah. Wake up in the morning.
Set your alarm.
Drive, It's a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Bro, so I'm not used to putting the windows down, right? So I'm panicking because I'm like, I need to help this woman, right? And she's like driving off. So the beeping didn't work. So bro, I'm like pressing. I obviously know that. Look, I'm driving on the left hand. My steering wheel is on the left hand side of the road. So when I'm feeling the buttons, I'm not even looking. I'm like trying to. So I think I press the buttons on the left hand side of the road, right? I would say that on the left hand side. There's 4 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And I pressed the one on the left-hand side, which is obviously the normal one that pulls down your window. So I pressed that, and I like... I pressed that, because by the way, the reason I put my window down is I could shove my head out and quickly be like, yo, like, turn out. Yeah. So I press the button, I go to turn, and I bang my head into it. My window's closed. Yeah. I was like, oh man, like, so I'm like, I literally, it's like a scene out of a movie. As I'm screaming at her, the windows, I'm like, you can't do, and I just bang my head against the glass, and it was really painful. And then I'm like, oh, and then Zacharia sat behind me, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm like, oh, and then all I hear is Zacharia go, Daddy, why you put my window down? I'm like, oh no. He's like, put my window back up. So
I've done that a few times, putting the back one down instead of my one.
Yeah. So
yeah. So hold on. Is she all right?
Yeah, she turned. Then she took a left turn, which is like again, it's like not allowed. So she went. I don't know what happened.
Bro, it's so funny.
I tried everything in my power, bro, to like help her.
How funny is it that she may just be sitting in her house right now, conversation speaking, everything's fine in the world. Like that day was fine.
Yeah,
she'll do that again. So
no, she must know.
She found a little shortcut home.
I was thinking that like maybe she's like panicking, like she's like has to rush off somewhere, like it's an emergency. But I was thinking that's not possible because first of all, the rules in Dubai you have to follow them. So no one would purposefully break that rule because you could get in a lot of trouble. And then I was thinking she genuinely did a U-turn, thinking that she could go that way.
If she looked at you as you're driving past as well, that means like, look at this idiot.
She looked at you like, what is he looking at? Like,
no, she definitely doesn't know.
Because I was beeping.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I feel bad for her, man.
That's crazy. I hope someone taught her the right way before. I hope someone taught her a lesson.
The crazy thing is that then she took a left, which is also where the cars are all you're going to oncoming traffic.
That's mad.
But when I was in the UK when I first started driving, I had a really dangerous incident where.
Bro, I've got a couple for you.
Oh really?
Yeah, go on.
There was this humongous roundabout, bro, where. You know those big roundabouts in the UK where it's like again like 3 lanes, and then you can go left, maybe. Yeah. And so
North Circular roundabout, if you know, you know.
Like the North Circular roundabout, yeah.
That was so scary, man. Earlier.
But it was like imagine like the North Circular roundabout, but in a quiet area. Right. And so, alhamdulillah, I got away with it. Like as I didn't get hurt. But basically, what I did is for some reason, bro, I took a right on the roundabout, like how you do in Dubai. I was news driving.
Okay.
No. I took a left and I turned right, but I jumped on the way that people come to. I started driving, bro, towards oncoming traffic.
Oh wow!
But alhamdulillah, it was late at night.
On the roundabout, or when you got off of it?
When I got off of it.
Okay, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So but alhamdulillah, it was late at night, so the roads were empty. So as soon as I clocked, I like came off. I did what that woman did, but I've had some like when you first started driving, bro. You have some like they say your first car should be a bit of a beater. It's so true. Like I've driven into lampposts, walls.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine was mainly okay. So I got 2 stories here. One, these were just passed, right? So I think I was a first of my friends to pass, and so we all go to another friend's house, right? There was me. There were only two of us in the car actually. So me, passenger seat, and back to another brother in the back, right? We're driving, it's pouring down with rain, okay? And it's sort of like a downward slope. So we're already sort of like going faster than we should. And I'm in like 4th gear and I'm doing like 40 for some reason.
And you're new.
Pouring, and I'm new. And at this point, I don't realize what I'm doing is already dangerous.
Yeah.
And my friend's got a map because we don't know where this guy's house is. He's like, and then last second he goes, you got to turn right here.
Oh no.
Bro, no brakes, no nothing. I just turn. And as soon as I turned, I've realized that I've got no control. Like I felt the wheel just like not being, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, like, I know I'm no longer sort of touching the ground.
Yeah.
My friends don't know this for a split second, but I know. And I'm just like, what do I do? And I can't do anything. So I just I froze basically. And what happened was we spun. So I've turned into a residential road on the right. And it's one of those like relatively tight roads where you can park on the left side, but not the right side, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Somehow during this turn, I've spun in the lane where the turning is.
And I'm perfectly parallel parked. No.
Yeah.
Between 2 cars?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah. And by the time, obviously, during the spin...
Allah saved you, bro.
Of course. I literally had no control. It just, like...
I bet you wish I was filmed as like a Top Gear thing.
Bro, my friends... Obviously, as you started to spin, my friends realised that we could be finished. They started to scream. And yeah, just like I guess I was pushing the brakes, but like I didn't slam the brakes on.
No, you perfectly parallel parked, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
you knew what you were doing.
I did. I had no idea. I couldn't believe when we stopped. We just parked.
And he just got out. He's home. He's like, "Oh, fuck now."
Yeah. We're here now. Yeah. You have arrived.
Yeah, bro. You know when you were telling that story, you're like, "Oh, I was driving and it was raining and I was going 40 miles an hour." It reminded me of that thing when people are like, "Oh, you know, like if someone says that something's like easy, and they're like, oh, like I don't know, like podcasting, right? Our podcasting is easy. It's just like riding a bike, but the bike is on fire, and you're on fire, and everyone's on fire."
That was stupid, man. That was pure stupidity. The second one was actually more stupid, but it was on purpose, at least, I guess. I'm racing my friend. Don't condone it, obviously. And I did similar to what you did, but it was like 2 a.m. in Enfield.
Oh, you went out the wrong way.
You went out the wrong way, and that was very stupid. But
in the roundabout?
The roundabout, wrong way. Oh. It wasn't a big roundabout, and it was like a secluded one, but it was very, very stupid, man.
Bro, I think like everybody has stories about like like when they first start driving.
Yeah, that was my one, man.
I passed my driving test third time, and it's frustrating
because
I know. What's frustrating is that my driving instructor told me I was one of his best drivers. So either he was a bad driving instructor, or I was on just like.
How about the theory? Did you pass that first time?
I passed the first time. Yeah. Bro, when it comes to monogging, but bro,
just the rest of your body and tuning.
No, the truth is, I genuinely, bro, it's so frustrating. So the first driving test I took, I failed right at the end because I was literally getting back. I had a perfect driving test, bro, like or close to perfect driving test. Obviously no majors, like minimal minors. And just as we were pulling up towards driving test center to go back, there was cars parked on my left, and the person who was doing my test had to grab my wheel and like turn it because she said I was too close to the cars on the left. I was like, literally could see the test center. Then the second time I failed because of a roundabout because I was hesitation.
You went the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking that. And then the third time I ended up having the same person testing me who tested me the first time, and she didn't remember that she failed me the first time, and that was like smooth. How many times did you do it? Once.
2.
Oh, okay. So you're a bit of a failure as well.
Yeah. First one, so again, similar road. It was like there's only space for one car to pass. Someone was parked, and someone on the other side was trying to come through, and like there was a bit of a standoff, and no one really knew. I mean, obviously, I knew there's someone's got right of way, but it was just an awkward position. How the car was, and then as soon as I edged forward, she put the brakes on, and I was done.
There's this clip going viral on Twitter right now. It's an old clip, but it's like going viral now of this. You know, there's that guy there's that Asian guy in the UK. He films when he does driving lessons, and this girl, she's like,
are they real?
Yeah,
they're real. Some of them are mad funny.
No, they're legit. Yeah,
okay.
And she's like trying, like she takes the handbrake off, and she's like puts the car in first gear, and she's like checks the mirror, and then she like looks to go, and she's like not going, and she's like puts the handbrake up, and then she puts it back down, she goes back into neutral, and then back into first, and tries again, it's not going, and she's doing it for like 5 minutes, and the guy goes, you know, you got to turn the car on. It's like,
yeah. I think I may have done that earlier as well. The worst one for me, most embarrassing, 2 embarrassing things during my driving lessons. One, there was a red light on a hill. So you can roll back.
Oh no.
Yeah. And it was like, I was first in line at the red light, and there's a huge line of cars behind me. So it turns green, and I can't get the clutch right. I keep stalling it. I must have stalled it about 5-6 times, and it went red again. So the whole line behind me, I just kept them there, and I was sweating, man. That was a bad day. And another one, I had booked my test. So I was like towards the end of my lessons, and I was feeling good, and I was talking to the instructor about, I think I can do it. And then like I curbed the wheel quite bad on his curb, and he went to grab the wheel, and like he couldn't save it, and he went dead silent. He was angry. I could tell. He went dead silent for the last 10 minutes.
Do they have some like extra insurance on their cars?
They must do. They must do. But he just went, I could tell he was angry, and that just made me feel like horrible. That's
silly though, because he's a driving instructor. Like someone's gonna scrape your car.
Yeah, it is what it is, man.
I scrape my alloys for breakfast, mate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, my last car, I don't have any alloys left at the end of the day.
With driving instructors,
They got to fix up.
oh yeah, I was going to say, did you do your test in North London?
Yes. I think it was, where did I do it? Yeah, it must have been Enfield Test Centre, I think.
Could you imagine, because you lived in North London all your life until you moved out here, right?
Yeah.
Was it like, could you imagine yourself ever living in a different part of London, like East South, or where, do you, like, as in, do you feel like North London is the best part of London? And I ask this because I've lived in West London all my life, and I feel like West London is the best.
I probably agree with that. He's probably best. To be honest.
That's right. Yeah.
But I mean, I've lived in North London and I lived in Tottenham.
But that's in North London.
Yeah,
right.
it's not the same.
Oh really?
It's different, man.
It's a special part of North London.
Tottenham is not. It's not like you can't put it anywhere.
So hold on a second.
Tottenham's
But you live in Tottenham all your life?
No.
Oh,
I lived in Enfield all my life.
Okay.
I moved to Tottenham for like 2.5 years.
Fine.
Yeah. But yeah, that's always North London.
Fine.
But West. You got
Heathrow.
You got Heathrow.
So,
the first one you need
biggest airport
is a big airport.
The UK. Yeah.
Although I say that, but I lived in Hounslow.
Okay.
Hounslow West.
Oh yeah.
For a while.
Yeah.
After I got married, and I loved seeing the planes come through.
Oh, you did?
Some people don't like it, but I was like, yo, I love plane watching.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that. Plus, you got a bit of restaurants down there.
Yeah, a lot of.
Listen, I like a good biryani and a good curry.
Yep.
You lot got some curries down there.
Yeah.
Curry houses.
Yeah, you got Shine On Kebab, you got Giftos, you got Taste Lahore.
Never heard of them, but you got some good ones.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
But North London, bro, North London is dead.
Really?
It is dead. There's nothing there, man.
I've spent a lot of time in North London.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. Yeah. Most people are like, no, my side, bro, North London is very dead.
Really?
Because where I was living, like Enfield, there's nothing to do, bro. There's a cinema, and then there's like, everyone will go, like me and my friends would go to literally on a Friday night just to chill in the car and like joke at B&Q car park. Park up and like, have jokes.
Is thingy North, what is it called? What's that area that's got like the cinema?
Finchley.
No, and there was like a robbery in that cinema, famous like.
Oh, Lee Valley, or Odeon.
Yeah, that Odeon on the corner.
That's is it Wood Green?
Wood Green,
yeah,
that's the one.
Again,
is that
Green,
North?
like, yeah, that's North, but again, Wood Green's, yeah.
I watched the documentary on that robbery.
Yeah,
it's like they just like stormed in there. And I've watched so many police documentaries.
Wood Green's had a few incidents and shootings and stabbings and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's North though, right?
Yeah. But yeah, when I say I was living in North, I wasn't in Wood Green and Tottenham a lot. I wasn't in those areas a lot. But yeah, it's just like there's nothing to do.
When you did go out and study, where did you go? Was it in London still?
Study, like university.
Yeah.
I went to an unknown university, bro, for like 3 months. It was in Greenwich, so it's like just
Uni.
south. Yeah, no. It was called Ravensbourne. It's like a
that sounds very Harry Pottery. Ravensbourne.
Yeah, it was not a well-known university.
Did you have to go through platform 9
I didn't. But that was in the south, so Greenwich, just over the river.
Okay.
So that was horrible to get to every day.
Man.
So yeah, North London, man. Couldn't even get into my university.
Do they still have Oyster cards? They do, right?
I don't even know, mate.
Because when I go back to London, I just tap.
Don't you feel like London's just changed so much? Even when like, I'm from Ireland specifically, like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
There's so much like the cost of living, and then like there's ULEZ. Like when I went back a few times ago, and my dad was trying to explain ULEZ to me, I was like, bro, what? Like they're like taxing like car, like I couldn't understand it, and it's like all over London. There's so many new things that like just makes life more difficult now.
Oh, but I saw the funniest thing on Twitter. So Rishi Sunak has been posting videos on Twitter, like announcing things.
Okay.
And because I imagine like whoever his social media team are like, we need to be down with the kids. And so, bro,
he's got a backwards cap on.
Bro, it's the funniest thing, yeah. You know, like the freshly grounded subtitle font Poppins, like bold Poppins with like the black stroke and drop shadow. So like he's talking, and it's like got like CapCut style subtitles.
No way.
Yeah, like as a prime minister, you'd want like I'd go for like Arial or let's Times New Roman. Let's not get too political, but
yeah, let's dissect this though. If you were, obviously all things aside, if you were, isn't it the best option to just do the whole CapCut thing, make it look like a podcast type thing, if you want to try and appeal to like
no, but that's what they obviously must think.
The youths.
No, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it's not.
The mandem.
So the other thing is this. So it had CapCut style subtitles, like bold, thick subtitles with drop shadow and stuff, and like highlights.
And they also using emojis in this, like.
Bro, no, maybe. But bro, do you know the other thing he had? He had like it was like garage music or something in the background, bro. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was really loud though,
right.
so like you couldn't hear what he was saying.
And
I had to check that it was actually the official account.
Really? Do you know the best comments I love on social media? Yeah, when someone's edited a video and they're putting the music too loud, and someone comments something like, "Oh man, if only you put the music down a little bit, I'd be able to hear what it was saying." Something like that.
Yeah, no,
that's
really loud, yeah.
I love that comment, man.
Bro, there's this ex-UFC fighter called Michael Bisping, yeah? And he does these live streams, and like he's notorious for reading out people's messages like live instantly, and people just troll him. They say the craziest stuff, and he's reading it like he gets like as he says it, he gets he like says it, and then he realizes what he said, and it's like really bad stuff. But
they do it on AFTV, Arsenal Fan TV.
Oh, do they?
It's funny.
And actually, yeah, because even with what's the other guy, Mark Goldbridge.
Mark Goldbridge.
Yeah,
Goldbridge.
I've seen a few times. Yeah. Did you know that's not his real name?
Oh really?
Yeah, because he was a policeman, and so he had to have a different name. He had to like create a different. It's a completely fake name.
Oh wow,
it's not a real name at all. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what was I saying? So yeah, no, I would, bro. If I was in his position, I would have really professional subtitles, like looking subtitles. Like I would use like, at most I'd go to like Inter font, which is like still clean, but it's just a bit more rounded. But I would definitely like Inter Arial, like Times New Roman, light drops, like bottom, and keep it professional. And the reason is because you have to differentiate yourself, because you're the Prime Minister of the UK. Like,
yeah, I guess so.
You can't use CapCut style stuff.
I have a feeling that they've just sat down and said, look, we're so irrelevant to the most people
on social
media, as in like no one even like
follows us.
No one follows us. So like we've got to like be like. So I can't even understand.
Fair play. Yeah.
Could you imagine they use like chiller, like red chiller font?
Yeah. Maybe it's like the one good thing is that obviously again, speaking from just like a generic perspective, from a branding and marketing perspective, the fact that they do videos on Twitter is a good shout, because obviously you do need to, if you're like in that position, reach young people and stuff.
There's a politician in the US, I know his name, who does a very quote unquote good job of marketing himself. I think he's like a senator.
Okay.
He's the kind of guy who wants to run for president in like 20 or 15 years, something like that. So he's like building it. Yeah. And you may have seen him.
Is he the Indian guy?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's also doing a different type of very quote unquote good job. But this guy's like building it slow. He's basically, you might have seen him. He's like sitting in a like relatively normal room. He's like got his tie sort of undone a little bit. Almost
really?
It's like he's come back from a long day of work. He's got a shirt unbuttoned, untied a little bit. He's like rolled up his sleeves. So it's like, he's just putting a 12-hour shift. He's back home to update the people.
Right.
And he sits there and he's got this very vulnerable look on his face. He's like, today this happened at the Senate, and I was with it, and like he just looks like,
branding's everything,
and
man.
On one hand, I'm like, man, it's so inauthentic.
Yeah.
Because it's just
if you're like in your position, you work in the world of marketing, then
But it is great. Like you got to take hat off to the fact that they've engineered that way.
From branding perspective,
it's working.
There's TikToks and Instagram reels that you see that get 20 million views. Yeah. And when you watch it from the perspective of someone who puts narratives together or is and stuff like that for like clients, or like trying to get influencer deals and stuff like that for clients and stuff like that, or you work in the world of marketing and you can see that they've leveraged a particular algorithm and it's scripted and stuff like that, you can see through it. But then it's got 20 million views because those 20 million people who have shared it have been bought into it.
Yeah.
And little things like, for example, there's this Instagram reel that like did really good, bro, like this ad, and it was a person and they had conversation cards as well. And it was non-Muslim world. It was like conversation cards about like mental health or something like that. And what they did is they created a reel and they were like 3 ways that you can change the way you speak with yourself in order to improve your mental health. And it was like, number 1, like do this, number 2, do that. And it was like, number 3, try ask better questions. Like, for example, the questions in these conversation cards, which by the way I made, check them out.
Right, yeah.
And for everybody else,
there it is.
Yeah. For everybody else, it'd be like, oh, like that's a great tip. That's a great tip. Oh my gosh, that person does conversation call. That's cool.
What a coincidence.
But, bro, that video was engineered. Where it's like, okay, what could point 1 be? What could point 2 be? And then how can I fit? The whole thing is a marketing advert for the conversation cards. But the reason it gets shared is because it's masked. But when you're in that world, you're like, it's obvious. It's not a bad thing. It's not like they're being crooked. But like, I then like emulated that exact ad for my conversation cards. It's like,
If it works, it works. Yeah, I hear it.
But then what works for one person doesn't work for another person. So that's another interesting thing.
Yeah.
My little sister went to Quranic Park in Dubai when she was here. And the other day, and for those of you who don't know what Quranic Park is, it's a park that it has all of the fruits and...
So any fruit or vegetable or tree or plant mentioned in the Quran or the Sunnah, they have it there growing. Okay. So pomegranate.
And they have like the ayah next to it or something?
Yeah,
I've not actually personally been.
They do, yeah.
Have you been?
Yeah, many times. I love it. It's lovely. Beautiful park, huge park.
Yeah, I need to go. I actually like...
We'll go. I mean, look, winter's coming. I want to do more outdoor stuff. The kids love it. It's like massive park. Massive.
I actually dropped my sister there. That's right,
I don't do outdoor stuff.
But Quranic Park is next to the school, isn't it? So that's why I like dropped her and then
Did you drop by
my son to school.
last exit Al Khawanij?
Yeah, of course, bro.
Yeah. You looked at the back. Oh yeah, I'll drop you there.
Yeah. It was actually the day I met you when we started. Remember that day we worked from Khawanij? I like dropped her, dropped my kid.
Khawanij?
Yeah, it was all that time ago, and then we worked from.
Oh, we met like a couple of days ago.
And my father-in-law was there. Like,
I remember.
No, this is ages ago. But yesterday or the day before yesterday, she posted the video of it Quranic Park on her TikTok.
Right.
She must have just had it like in a draft. So, I didn't post it. She posted it, and my sister's like not really known on socials, right? And she doesn't show her face or anything like that. She's like she does like blog writing for Muslimas, and it's all like quote unquote like anonymous, faceless and stuff like that. Yeah. And but she uploads this video of Quranic Park, and bro, she went to sleep and she woke up. And bro, it had 2.5 million views.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, bad.
And I messaged her. I said, you've always been my favorite.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. 2.5 million is big.
Yeah, but the algorithm doesn't work anymore how it used to, which is a good and bad thing. It's ultimately is a good thing because it doesn't require, the algorithm no longer requires you to be, to have a lot of followers for your content to be seen. Yeah. It just has to be that the content has to be good, and then people, the few people who do interact with it, they interact with it well, they like it, they comment on it, and so then that qualifies for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok to show it to more people. If they interact with it, they qualify to show it to more people. So it no longer, because of explore pages, recommended content, stuff like that, there's no longer a need to have loads of followers to get your message out there. Just create great content.
Yeah. It was a TikTok, right?
That's right.
I do feel like TikTok's algorithms like got it on lock though.
Yeah. TikTok's algorithm.
I feel like X and Facebook, like they haven't got any.
No, but Instagram have like matched it quite well now. I think.
Really?
Yeah, because we uploaded so 13 we uploaded Instagram, we uploaded a TikTok that got like 800,000 views.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it. Let me show you.
Probably did.
Right, here's 867,000 views.
Oh wow, this one got
Did you see it?
I did see it, but I didn't realize how many views it had.
And then that's 860k, and then on Instagram it got 711,000. So it did well on both platforms.
Fair enough.
Generally speaking, what I found is that if organic content does well on one platform, it does do well on other platforms for the most part. That's not necessarily always true, like it didn't do well on YouTube Shorts, but it's worth throwing it up. And also what I found is if organic content works well as organic content, then it will work well as an ad as well. If people like it on organic, they'll like it as an ad. Yeah. But if you post bad content as an ad, number one most important thing as an ad is that your content has to be good. If your content's not good, then you can have as much ad spend behind it, but it just won't be worth it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
On the whole outdoor stuff, winter is coming.
Yeah.
Are you on any outdoor activities with myself?
Or
just in general?
Do you know what? The boys in the group chat as well. Are saying the same thing. I'm just obviously not an outdoorsy person, and I struggle with like doing anything that's not in the four walls of this exact studio. But I am going to try. Like last year, I rode a mule for the first time.
Where was that?
in Turkey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
In
How was that?
last December. It was nerve-wracking for me because I'm like...
But mules are very small,
I
aren't
know. Yeah, okay, guy. I'm apprehensive around animals. And yeah, I was like, I don't want to do it. But then all the boys were like, look, you have to do this. And so I did. And I rode a camel as well. And I really disliked that experience.
Camels are very high though, to be fair.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
fair.
and there was a dog, like this, like no, there was this, like, bro, there was this, like,
the world's worst petting farm. We've got a mule, a dog, and a camel.
No, they were two separate occasions. So when we rode the camel, bro, there was like we were in the desert, and there was like this desert dog that was like, this was in Turkey, and it was like this desert dog that was like a stray, and it was just following the camels around, but it was. But I was on the final camel. Okay. Yeah. And so I was the one who was close to the dog. So I'm on this camel, which I'm already apprehensive. And then I've got a dog chasing me. Yeah. And even though the camel's high, my feet are dangling by where the dog is. And it's just like made me like anxious.
The camel, if there was an issue, the camel would stamp that.
Is it?
Yeah, camel was having, I don't know what kind of dog it was, but camel would probably deal with the dog.
Yeah, most likely.
Introducing UFC for Anton.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But yeah, the short answer is I'm willing to try, but as long as you know that I'm very uncomfortable.
I mean, it doesn't have to involve animals, by the way.
No, if it's outside of this studio, it's out of my comfort zone, yeah. But one guy I was speaking to the other day, he was like, "Oh, do you do outdoorsy things?" And I was like, "No." I've had this question a lot, and then he was like, "Why?" And I was like, "I don't know." Like, he goes, "Were you ever like experimental in that sense?" And I was like, I guess, like, I have always been an extrovert, so somewhere, like, he was like, no, he said, as a child, would you like do risky things and stuff? I said, yeah, I guess I did. And he goes, at some point you must have lost that. I said, yeah, you're right. And then he's like, okay, and this therapy session
exactly.
No, I was like, you're right. And he said, you should try and get that back, because he's like, this guy's like horse riding, archery, like deep sea diving, and all of that stuff sounds like a big no-no to me, but yeah, so I do want to try. So
deep sea diving, you could count me out of that one.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to deep sea dive. I'm talking about going for a walk.
But if you like, if you guys are on doing,
so let me give you some examples of what I want to do. I want to personally do, whether it's with my family or friends, whatever. I want to go like do more mountain stuff. I've been to the mountains a few times just to drive through them. There's like wadis here where it's like big bodies of water, and you can do canoeing, or you can just like hike around it. Yeah, there's like restaurants and stuff there, just like get out into nature.
Restaurant, I'm in. That's it. Yeah,
I just want to spend more time in nature, like this time, because I haven't done that last couple of years. Fine. And again, along back, like this city. In London, it's like, oh, you want to do fishing? Cool, you got to like go quite far out to fish. You want to do like you climb a mountain, you got to go quite far. You got to spend like a whole day. Here, it's like you still got to spend a day. But it's like the mountain's like an hour drive.
Yeah, you can do everything.
It's right there. It's like, and it's like you can do hiking. You can go and see like farm animals, or go see a date palm, or do canoeing in a big like massive lake. It's just like an hour drive away. Or I could do fishing, which is like just down the road, like at the beach. There's so many like horse riding, camel riding is right next to us. There's so many like little things here. I just feel like I'm missing out on not doing them in the winter, especially. Yeah. So I just want to like do more of that stuff, man. Do you have like family coming over? Because in the winter, family tend to come over. I've got like for the next 2 months, starting from next month, I have like people coming over and stuff. I do as well. Yeah, I don't know exact dates and stuff, but they'll start to come. So I want to do that with them as well. Take them like bro, driving through the mountains. You did a... I've been driving through mountains. Yeah, you've done that. But bro... I've done the thing, what is it called? The safari. When you go in a 4x4 and you go up and down. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, that's cool. So I've done that a couple times. That's another like sport. I probably wouldn't do it. But it's like couple times. Yeah. Is it like June? Is it called June bashing? Yeah. I've done in Morocco, I've done quad biking. I like to do quad biking again. Yeah. That'd be cool. All the desert type of I've done jet skis. Yeah, I've done jet skis. Yeah. I'd like to do that stuff again. Hey, I'm an outdoorsman. Yeah. Have you done those jet skis where it's like the jet's on your feet and you go... No, but I want to try that. That's sick. Yeah. I've done that. Yeah. I mean, I want to try that in theory. I don't know if I've even jumped out of a plane. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Yeah. I would never do it. See, that's kind of where I almost don't understand you, because I would never jump out of a plane, I don't think. Yeah, that was good. That was quite scary. Yeah. That was one of those things that, if people jump out planes, like, I have to do it again. Yeah. I was like, no, I've done it now. I definitely don't want to do it again. Like, it wasn't bad and it wasn't great. It was just like, okay, now I know it. Why would I like be like, okay, I've now ticked it off. Like, I understand. Yeah. I can relate. If someone's like, I've jumped out of a plane, I'm like, yeah, same. I can relate to your lack of motivation to do it again. Yeah. And it's really early in the morning. I took Only with me. I made him jump out of a plane as well. Okay. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm impressed that you did it. But I personally,
I'm quite frustrated as well. I was really scared, and I was like the first out of the plane.
Yeah, that's mad. For me, the worst part would be just like the climb up there in the plane.
Mate, the climb was scary.
Oh my days.
Oh, mate,
Mate.
pal, bro.
I don't know what I'll do. Honestly, I'll be shaking up there, man.
Oh, lad. Yeah, it's bad. But
yeah.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't do it. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand thrill seekers. There's a few things I don't understand in life.
Yeah.
Thrill seekers. I don't understand why in restaurants. This is one thing I don't understand. I don't understand why when you go to a restaurant, normally posh restaurants, but any restaurant mainly really, because you when you ask for water, they bring water, they bring you a glass, and they always only fill up the glass half. Why is it that they do that?
I don't know.
Have you noticed that?
I haven't actually, but now you've said it, I think I do.
Do you know what I do, bro? I
Continue.
No, I'll watch them fill up half my glass, and then I try to, in front of them, to be awkward, grab the bottle as soon as it's done, I fill up the rest of my glass.
That's passive aggressive.
If I want if I want water, it's because I've asked for water.
Right.
Now, if I've asked for water, your boy's thirsty.
Yeah.
Right? If I'm thirsty, if I've got to the point where I'm thirsty enough to ask, I want a bottle of water.
Yeah.
I'm not half a glass kind of water guy. I need a full glass of water.
I'm glad you brought up this topic because
Thanks.
I was thinking about this thing earlier today, a different thing at restaurants that annoys me. And I'm going to answer your thing first, actually. 2 reasons why I probably do this, the whole half glass thing. One is to make you think, hey, the glass is half full. Right?
Maybe.
I'm joking.
Okay, fine.
One is, if they fill it up to the top and it spills, it's a lot more.
Yeah.
The potential for damage is a lot more now, right? More people can get wet, so on and so forth. Yeah. So putting less in is probably just safe for everybody. 2, it probably looks a bit more elegant when it's
it probably does look elegant. Yeah.
Imagine it's like coming up, it's like right to the top, it's like a little bit spilling out.
Also, I think they don't know how much you want it. They don't want to be a subject.
Yeah.
Like if they fill up my whole water, like, we're trying to say that I want to store lots of water in my body. Are you calling me fat?
I mean, that could be a thing as well.
Yeah.
So I think actually in this case, if I owned a restaurant, I probably would tell them, look, do it 3/4 of the way, and then look at them and think, like, you know.
I'm sure ChatGPT knows the answer to this.
Go on in. Oh, mine was not good enough.
Yeah. Why do restaurants... No, but there must be a factual answer.
Yeah.
Why do restaurants only fill up your
water
water glass halfway? Yeah, we need to end the pod after your next one. Okay, here you go. Restaurants may... Bro, you are...
Go on.
Bro, you are...
Tell the people.
The original ChatGPT.
Tell the people.
It says... restaurants may fill up water glasses only halfway for several reasons. Okay. 1, spillage prevention.
Oh, yes.
That's what you said.
Oh, yes.
And they've explained it in case we don't know. In case we don't understand spillage prevention, they've gone and said, we'll even explain it to you. Filling glasses to the brim increases the risk of spilling, especially when servers are moving between tables or when diners reach for their glasses.
Oh, wow.
Number 2, temperature maintenance. If the water is chilled, filling the glass halfway can ensure that the temperature remains cool. A fully filled glass takes longer to drink, and the water might reach room temperature before it's finished.
Smart.
Yeah. Number 3, encourages more frequent service. By refilling glasses more often, servers have more opportunities to check in with diners, seeing if they need anything else.
Right. That's right. Losing me.
Number 4, this is you again, appearance and aesthetics. Some restaurants believe in a half glass looks more elegant or appealing than a full one.
I even said elegant, didn't I?
Yeah, you even said that. Did you write? Are you Sam?
Am I GPT?
Yeah.
Bro, you say that, but I've actually ChatGPT has quoted me before.
Really?
If you ask it about what was it? The question? What something like what are the top 10 headless CMSs? Something like that.
I'll ask it now.
Something like that. It'll quote one of something that I said in an article like 5 years ago.
No, wait, I'm going to ask it a sec. Yeah. Number 5, conservation. While it might seem counterintuitive, filling glasses halfway can sometimes lead to less water waste. Diners who only want a few sips won't be left with nearly half glasses of water. That's true. Number 6, safety. A half glass is less likely to be knocked over. So, bro, that was mostly yours. Yeah. All right. What should I say?
Put in, what are the top 10 headless CMS?
What are the top 10 headless
CMS?
CMS.
See what it says. Before it would list them, it would be like...
Should I say and give me an article? Or says...
No, leave it at that, see what happens.
You're that confident.
Give me an article, bring back high as well.
Yeah. As of my latest training in Jan 2022, here are some of the top CMS platforms.
Scroll right to the bottom, because it will give like the references, I think.
Oh, does it?
How you step it.
I don't think he gives me references. He probably knows that I don't need references. Like, if he knows that I'm
there was some sort of problems where would give my article, but whatever.
It's doing it.
Oh, it's still typing out.
Yeah, on it hasn't given us. I'll say, can you give me
Just say, can you give me an article from Car Ismail? I'll give you
a reference? Can you give me references so I know where you got that, how you got that info? I just want to see your name now. That'd be interesting. I understand your request for references, but I don't pull information in real time. If you're looking up to-date references, blah, blah, blah. Websites like G2, SEM, as well. Kaya, I don't want to be rude, but it's really...
Yeah, no. I think you're lying.
Okay, have you got any references from Kaya Ismail on this topic?
And then put in caps, please.
Yeah, we're doing a podcast.
This is live.
Oh, here you go. Bro, look at this. Bro, this is sick, Alombadik.
Is it?
It says, Kaya Ismail is a recognized writer and commentator in the CMS and digital experience space. While I can't directly pull or quote his latest articles due to my latest update being in January 2022. Oh, don't worry. He hasn't done these things. Yeah. I'm aware that he has written for notable platforms like CMS Wire and others, discussing various topics related to content management systems. For specific insights, reviews, or articles by Kaya Ismail, I'd recommend checking out CMS. That's, bro, you're a legit source.
It's been good, speak to you.
Bro, for the listeners of Fresh Ground who are like, who is this rando guy?
Now you know. ChatGPT told you.
I don't just pick any co-hosts. Yeah. Let me say, I'm going to say, do you have any
articles written by Kai?
Articles.
I know
about
it does.
Anything,
I'm pretty sure I linked to one.
About anything at all.
Yeah.
From Faisal Chowdhury. I'm going to say, do you have any...
You just ask me who's Faisal Chowdhury. See what it says.
Do you have any references about anything at all from Faisal Chowdhury? I don't have any specific references to Faisal Chowdhury in the context of widely recognized notable topics. It's possible that a private individual in a niche field, it's possible that he might be a private individual, a professional in niche field, or someone.
From now on, your title.
Or someone who's getting problems after my last update.
Your title is a private individual in a niche field. That's what you are.
Bro, for up-to-date references, oh my gosh, that's so...
All right. You call me a renowned writer, is it?
Bro, the fact that you're... Yeah. Bro, you've... Like, who is Faisal Chowdhury? As of my last writing thing, I have no idea.
No way.
No, he doesn't have no idea, but I don't have any specific information on any one name Faisal Chowdhury. It's possible
private individual in a niche field.
No, he says it might be a private individual or a professional in a niche field. Kai Ismail is a recognized writer and commentator in the CMS and digital... What is it? Digital... Experience space. The digital experience space.
I'm experienced in digital.
Anything digital. The digital experience. Okay. Is Faisal Chowdhury a podcaster?
Okay, here we go.
Come on, surely. As of Jan 2022. Mate, I started podcasting in 2016. Oh, here you go.
All right.
If Faisal Chowdhury is it...
If Faisal Chowdhury mean...
Do you know what? It's disrespecting me because it's using quote marks. It goes, if open quote Faisal Chowdhury close quote is a podcaster who has started or gained prominence after this date, I might not have information about him. Wow. Okay, what is Freshly Grounded? I want something.
Do you know why? Do you know why that is? Because I'll tell you why. Because my stuff was all written, and yours was all audio-visual YouTube.
We got something. Okay. It's okay, they don't know about me, as long as they don't know my brand.
Yeah.
I said, what is Freshly Grounded? I said, Freshly Grounded is a popular podcast and online platform co-founded by Faisal Chowdhury.
Oh, there you go.
The podcast covers various topics, including faith, current events, and lifestyle, often from the perspective of young Muslims in the West. Over time, Freshly Grounded has hosted a range of guests, including influencers, scholars, and professionals discussing diverse subjects in an engaging and relatable manner. The platform aims to foster positive conversations and provide insights into the lives and challenges of its target audience. That's quite a good description.
That's very good. Bro, I was hoping it's going to say, one of my favourite FG ads from early was the one where I think you hit 50 episodes and you got like Hamza Sources and others.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulate Sam.
Yeah.
That was one of my favourite videos ever, yeah. What I was hoping it was going to say is co-founded by Sam Palmer and just completely ignore you.
Bro, it's so funny, yeah. That would be hilarious.
That video is actually fantastic.
Bro, I've enjoyed shooting some ads for Freshly Grounded. Sorry, I just asked it in another question. And then I remembered, we need to end this pod, bro, but I just want to tell you one thing that I did with... you got a point that you wanted to...
No,
let's do yours first. No, let's do yours first. It says the appeal of Freshly Grounded is subjective and can vary based on individual preferences. and it's listed some
What's it trying to
appeals
say?
of Fresh Uganda. It said, so I said like what's good about it.
Okay.
It said number 1, popularity and reach. Fresh Uganda has garnered a substantial following and has hosted numerous guests from different fields, which speaks to its appeal and reach within its target audience. It's very vague. Number 2, relevant topics. The podcast covers a range of topics from faith to current events, making it relevant for young Muslims in the West and anyone interested in the discussed themes. Number 3, reviews and feedback. Checking listener reviews from Apple, Spotify, and other podcast directories can give you an idea of the podcast. Personal preference. The best way to determine if you enjoy the podcast is to listen to a few episodes.
Here's how to know if you enjoy podcasts.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got a point about ChatGPT, but you go first.
I just want to finish off the restaurant thing.
Okay.
Because I was eating in a restaurant today, and I was eating, like I had the burger like in my mouth. I'm chomping away, not in a position to talk to anybody. And I saw from the corner of my eye the waiter or waitress, whoever it was, like walking close to me. And I was like, I was really enjoying this meal. I was like, if they talk to me, I'm going to get upset. Because I hate when they come and interrupt my meals. And ask, is everything all right? And I'm like,
yeah, and you're
calm,
calm,
man.
yeah.
It's like, just let me finish the meal.
Yeah.
And then do it. And this restaurant, they let me finish the meal.
Oh, nice.
So they actually did, they still come up to me and ask me.
But they just
But
checked
after I was
if you-
totally done.
Oh, nice.
And that was the first time.
But bro, some people wouldn't like that. I'm like you. If I need help, best know I'll come grab you for some help.
Yeah, and it's
but some people, I think most people would prefer being checked in on.
Maybe, man, but at least make sure that I'm not actively eating at that moment.
Yeah, it's not like
I'm literally
yeah,
like got
chewing,
a mouth
yeah.
full of burger. And that's happened so many times where it's just like I've got to put my thumb up. And it's just like it's so awkward for everybody involved.
You know, if you're at a restaurant that has like a few different courses, yeah, meals, like a set
Wow.
course. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, just come up to my level now.
Private individual in a
Obviously,
niche field.
You're renowned while in the digital experience space. And you got loads of knives and forks laid out.
Okay.
Do you know how to maneuver, like the large fork and knife, the small, the medium? Do you know how to eat them?
I think you're supposed to do it from outside in, so like the smaller ones, is it? Yeah, and then like you start the starters.
The large ones.
And then you go to the large ones.
I think it starts large or small. No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You start out. And you.
But then I don't know because when you get the dessert, you're supposed to go small again. But if you use the small ones, now what do you do?
No, but you're right. You go out.
Now everything's finished. Now everything's ruined.
Yeah. Okay. you start out with.
No, it's finished.
Yeah. But you're right. As a renowned writer, I'm glad.
No, there's a real
that.
question though. Because I think it's true. You're supposed to go out from in.
Yeah, that's true.
But at dessert, what do you do?
Yeah, but you go for. They set it so that you're the final boss is the dessert spoon.
Yeah, but that's big.
It depends what restaurant you go to.
Isn't dessert supposed to be like a little dainty, like little?
I don't know. It depends where you are. We should check next time we're at a posh restaurant. We'll
Yeah.
check. Okay. I'll end on this. So I just wanted to let you know that I did something today with ChatGPT. So I wanted to know how I was doing my budgeting for the month, and I was like, I want to know how much money. So I budget in my budget aside £600 per month for grocery shopping, which is quite expensive.
Private individual in niche field.
Yeah. Which is quite expensive, right? And so I was like, how can I cut some of my monthly budget down? And I was like, well, why have I budgeted £600 a month for groceries? Bearing in mind that obviously we're family of 4, and I, compared to London, do spend a bit more on groceries in Dubai than I did in the UK. Yeah, I know, like you can get cheaper stuff, but yeah, we like I don't know why. Maybe it's just because like my kids are older now, and like before when we were in London, like my kids were on powdered milk and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
true,
do you know what I mean? So
they need real food now.
Yeah. So so I wanted to know, can I cut this budget down? Can I maybe cut it by £100 or £200 even? Yeah. So what I did is I downloaded my statements for the past month.
Yeah.
I uploaded them into ChatGPT.
Oh.
Yeah.
I done this.
And then like with the Excel, I uploaded it to ChatGPT, and I said to ChatGPT, I want to know how much money I spent last month on on grocery shopping.
Right.
But I want you to give me some graphs, give me some like key data, key information. And I said, anything that you see that has the word spinnies in it means because obviously the descriptor doesn't just say spinnies; it will say like 04569 spinnies and like this. So I was like, anything that says spinnies is this. Anything that says Majid Tame is Carrefour. Anything that says now is like. And look, bro, look how sick it was, bro.
I want to do this.
Grocery shop analysis, yeah. Oh, you can't see it. You can only see it on computer. But basically, you see these pieces of code. Actually, these are graphs.
Okay.
And I literally laid out a bar chart, Spinneys, Carrefour, all of the, and it showed like which ones I frequented the most, which were Spinneys, because I walk past Spinneys to go to the mosque. So I'm always popping in, just like grabbing like something from a deli or something. Or like if we need something, like we're out of butter, like just grab it from there. And then it told which one I spent the most money at, which is also Spinneys. And how much we spent this month, and then I just gave me all of this information, bro, like that, bro, just by reviewing my statements. I was like, bro, I can do so much more. I can actually upload my statements every month and actually just ask it, look, and then you just start do a Q&A with your statements. Be yeah, so it's a shame that you can't see the pictures here, but yeah. So
I want to do this.
It gave me bar graphs. It gave me pie chart. I was like, give me in a pie chart, and then like gave me. It's just amazing, bro. And then I could just ask it, how much did I spend? How much did I like? You can even say to it like, what was my most expensive week?
I want to do
what was
this.
my most expensive day?
So but you download it as a PDF. Then what do you do then?
No, I downloaded it as a CSV.
Oh, okay.
You need to download your statements. You go to online banking, download a statement.
Yeah.
Download it CSV. Upload it into ChatGPT.
Okay, I'll try.
And then
that.
you can say, and I gave it some. Look, I said this. I gave it a bit of a prompt, bro. I said, this is my first message. I said, I uploaded the CSV and I said, I've made a CSV of all of my grocery spending in September. Can you give me a breakdown and analysis, include graphs and tables of the spreadsheet, including things like how much money we spent on total groceries, the shops that we spent the most money in, which ones we visited most frequently, etc. And then I explained the CSV a bit. I said the second column contains names of the stores, but here's a key for simplicity. And then I just said anything with the word Majid al-Fateh means Carrefour. Anything including Viva is the shop called Viva, and so on and so forth. And then it just like said, all right, let me start by loading the CSV and examining it. And then it just, yeah, man.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was really sick. Inshallah. It was like total you're spending on groceries for September was this much. Next, let's break down you're spending by each store. This is how much you spent. It's evident that the highest spending occurred in Spinneys, followed by Carrefour, Viva, Now, and Park and Shop.
Okay.
Which I don't even
I've
know
been there before.
I don't know what that is.
That's like there's like all lots of English things in there, like Heinz beans, things like that.
My missus has been going there. So and then it was like, yeah. To summarize, total number of spending was this. Majority of spending at Spinneys. Spinneys was also the most frequently visited store in September. Is there anything more specific you would like? I said, well, how much did we spend in each store? And then that broke down, look, each store, how much we spent. And then I was like, give me some diagrams to analyze these. So give me some pie charts, bar charts, and horizontal bar charts. It was really cool, bro. So I'm going to do that more.
That's very cool. I'll try that.
And now OpenAI has my spending data.
Yeah.
Which is true. But
do you care about that stuff?
I don't. I actually did a dissertation on this.
Oh, right.
So in my criminology degree, my dissertation was on data privacy and in the cyber world and stuff. And my actual dissertation was called something like it was based on the fact that Muslims feel whether Muslims feel like they are being watched like digitally and stuff more than non-Muslims,
right.
And how they feel. So I held focus groups with Muslims and non-Muslims, and the majority of non-Muslims, I asked them the same question. I asked non-Muslims like, oh, do you feel like you're being watched online and stuff like that? A lot of them were like, nah. And I was like, if you were, how would you feel about it? And they were like, a majority of them were like, you've got nothing to hide, because if it's for our safety, it's fine.
Yeah.
And the Muslims, they were like, yeah, we feel like we're being watched more. And like, how do you feel about it? And they were like, well, why are we being watched, which is fair. So, but then I was also analyzing like data on it and stuff. My take on it is that like, I don't like to use the essential theory called the nothing to hide theory, which is the thing that I analysed in my dissertation. And because I understand that theory, I don't like to say, oh, bro, yeah, I'm fine. Even though this is what I lean more towards. I don't like to say, oh, bro, I'm fine with everything because I've got nothing to hide. Because, bro, the nothing to hide theory, it actually has a bit of a... It has a bit of a connotation and a bit of a backdrop that has undertones of like targeting like lower class groups, Muslims, and like ethnicities, like what is it called? Lower populated ethnicities. What's the term I'm looking for? It's an obvious term.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember either.
It's like 11 p.m. But so basically, the nothing to hide theory is just technically it's not a bad theory. It's
minorities.
Minorities. It's not bad theory. It's just that in itself, it's not bad theory. It's that theory of like, if I've got nothing to hide, I've got nothing to hide. However, the problem with it is that it's used as like a weapon. Yeah. It's like used as, well, if you've got nothing to hide, why are you worried? But that shouldn't be the case. Like, why? So, ala kulli hal, generally speaking, I personally am aware that the world of the internet, the world of digital space, you're putting things out there, like ChatGPT and stuff like that. Like, I'm fine. I'm personally fine with like ChatGPT having my data and stuff like that. Like, not all of my data, but in the use case that it's using it. But there is a condition here, and that condition is that it's not misused, abused, and that it is anonymized and stuff like that. And those things, it's general practice now for these companies to anonymize your data and stuff like that. But I can completely understand that all of the concerns with privacy with people who are a lot even more than me. Bro, recently my phone number has gone through a privacy leak. I know it because I'm just getting random calls, bro. Like, and it's so frustrating. It's like random messages, random calls, and my phone number's obviously been through a leak. And that's the issue, is that people say, like, on the other end, to like argue against my easiness with this stuff, my easiness with it maybe is actually more through laziness, because the people who are a bit stricter actually have like a lot of valid points. Like, bro, you put your email in. Let's say, for example, you sign up to, let's just say, you sign up to loads of different services online, right? Like something to subtitle your videos. You sign up to something to like, generate AI voices. You sign up to an email thing, or Facebook. You sign up to all these different things, and on a daily basis, you're probably signing up to things, right? And what happens is if that data is breached, or it's leaked, or it's sold, or anything like that, then what happens is these people get access to your email. So you know how you get cold emails like, "Hey, Kaya, was wondering if you want to sell Wordify, or try this." That's because on some kind of marketing platform, your data has been leaked, and now that's marked as this guy, his name is Kaya, and he owns a business in the marketing space, and therefore people target you for that. So there's
I hear it, and I guess my.
But I've got nothing to hide.
No, not even that. Because I've heard the connotation of the nothing to hide theory, which is like basically giving everybody. It's a bad argument in life in general, because it's like it gives any potential aggressor just have at me. You're fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I understand that, and that's not really my argument. My argument is more of one of like realism of the situation, which is like, I knew when I first experienced the internet that there's no way for me to experience it without exchanging my data and my privacy. And I've got no, when Facebook says we protect your data and we protect you, I don't believe that for a second. I'm 99% certain that Facebook would give like mine or anybody else's data to the US government or to any other government who wants it, or any other agency or any other private company, just by asking for it, or maybe like paying a bit of money. I've got no, like, I'm not, what's that word?
Oblivious
to that, or there's another word for it. But anyway, I'm under no illusions. I'm under no illusions that's the case. So I don't think my data is very well protected by any company or anything like that. So from day one, I've kind of always been like, well, yeah, I know it. And yeah, from one point, from like nothing to hide, but also it's like, it's just life. Like if you use this thing, if you use this argument of like, my data or my privacy must be protected at all angles like this, it's like, well, that means you can't go to, you can't buy a car and drive down the road. And you can't go to the grocery store. Yeah. Because everybody's seeing you. Yeah. Oh, I saw him drive his BMW with number plates A. I saw you get out of it.
I think people's issues, I agree with you. And I think I think both of us also probably agree with the larger issue that people have is if their data is being abused.
But in what sense? Okay, but that's fine, but your data will be abused. How about that?
Yeah, but that is bad though.
But okay, so bro, someone could see you at Carrefour.
For example, right? If someone knew right now your address where your wife and kids are sleeping and living at, and the times that you leave the house, because that's all data.
They already do.
I know, but like if like a,
I'm not even saying these are crazy thing. Not even like some anonymous guy in a data center somewhere. The delivery guy who brings my delivery, he knows, okay, it's 11, the gardener. He knows he's ordering McDonald's at 11. He's hungry, he's going to sleep about an hour. He knows it.
It's true, but I'm saying, I'm saying like,
This is what I'm saying. My point being, there's lots of people in
because my argument is that I'm fine, like you, I'm fine with accepting the fact that this is what happens, but it's based on a relationship of trust where it's like
that's what I don't trust.
Yeah, that's where we disagree.
I don't trust it from get go. I know he's gonna. I know.
No, but even if it's not trust, whether I trust them or not is different. It's the fact that it's based on a relationship with trust. That if they breach it, then I'll be mad.
Yeah,
and they'll feel my wrath.
Yeah, for me,
I'm mad.
Whenever I see what was it? Amazon AWS was not AWS. Someone else big leak, had a big leak, whatever. And it's just like, for me, it's like, oh yeah, probably. Like, my information probably was in that leak.
To be fair, this is why, like, when people are doing crypto, they only had a ledger. They didn't even trust to put their crypto on the cloud.
Well, yeah, a lot of people did though, and they lost.
Stuff. Yeah. But other people had a ledger. But then the scary thing with ledger is like, you know, you've got this one physical thing.
Yeah, which kind of defeats the object of like having something like mad decentralized.
It's like it's on this USB.
My toddler comes in, just slaps it.
As long as I never lose this USB stick.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like it's almost like it's a very interesting quote. That
my information doesn't exist anywhere.
Yeah,
apart from this USB.
It's actually it's very.
I think what people do is they have like a few ledgers and they like place them in different places.
Yeah, it's totally good. But it's a very interesting.
And they password protected the ledgers and stuff, I think.
That's also another issue. How many people have got a ledger password protected, and it's like, oh, they bought Bitcoin in 2012. Well,
there's a famous article about this guy who had millions, but he couldn't remember his password, and he had one password attempt left.
No.
Yeah, I don't know what ended up happening.
So that's what I'm saying. One last quote before we leave. Right?
We must have the party.
Yeah, and I'll let you marinate. I'll let this marinate with you. Yeah, marinate with this.
Yeah, fine.
Ponder upon it this evening.
Yeah, fine.
There's only 2 ways to make money. I think this is anyway. There's only 2 ways to make money.
You buy or you sell.
What is it? Don't forget it now. You bundle something and unbundle something. Those are 2 ways, right? So this Bitcoin thing is all like the bundling was. We're gonna all the money is like in this system. We've got to take it out and bundle it. So bundle it, like packaging it in a way where it's like it's in Bitcoin now, which is all decentralized and it's like in the cloud and it can't be. And it's like so people made money from that bundling process, where it's like that the Bitcoin's solution to that thing, which is like fiat currency, and then they realized there's issues with this and they had to unbundle it again to the point where now it's like back to just like being in the USB.
So are you making money through Wordify, for example? Is that bundling or unbundling?
Good question. That is, so I'll tell you the sort of wave that Wordify saw of our target market bundling, unbundling, right? So we work with CMSs, right? Content management systems. What they did, WordPress, everything in WordPress is all in the same place. You got the templates, the plugins, you type the content in, press publish, it's all there, right? WordPress is all sort of like one system. That was bundled together, so one big system. Headless CMS come about and said, we're going to unbundle this. We're going to take apart the templates, throw templates away, and we're just going to have the content bit. You put the content in, and then your developers can build their own templates. This is just...
is headless CMS just or open source, basically?
Not open necessarily, but imagine WordPress just cut in half. The templates and the plugins are not there anymore. Okay. So you just do all the content, and we do a great job. If you've got like millions of pages, we'll do a great job of like categorizing it, and you can use APIs to send it anywhere. You can send it to a WordPress website, you can send it to here, whatever. So they unbundled WordPress, right? WordPress is a big block of stuff in one box. They unbundled it. They said, we're just taking these 3 elements and that's unbundled. Right. They made lots of money off of it. Then they come along 3 years later, marketers come along and say, well, this is kind of bad, guys. We can't like make templates and like do it ourselves. It's all like we've got around developers to do it. So now they're bundling it again. Right. It looks like WordPress now. They bundle it. We've added the templates back and now we've got plugins. And so it's like, it looks like WordPress. So they made money in like a 10-year
What's
cycle.
An example of someone that's starting bundling now on this wave?
So this is a good example of like they're bundling it back to look like WordPress almost.
You haven't got an answer.
Yeah. But I don't have another. I guess the Bitcoin thing is also like a similar thing where it's like they unbundled the fiat currency system to make it to Bitcoin. They unbundled it, right? Decentralized it, and then now they're bundling it and to put it in a ledger. They're bundling it again, and it looks like what the original thing was. So it's got the same flaws as that original thing that they tried to fix, if that makes sense. So basically, things go in cycles like that. You bundle, unbundle, bundle, unbundle. And if you look at most businesses, you can see that process.
That is interesting.
That industry.
Kai Esmail, thank you so much for ending this podcast on such an insightful note.
Jazakallah khairan for having
Now
me.
we will bundle this episode up.
Yep.
And press
And
stop
then
recording.
people can unbundle it in their eyes as they watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Thanks so much, guys, for listening. This is episode 337, a monumental episode, 337.
Yeah.
And we'll see you, inshallah, on episode 338.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.